Yeah, Sonic just didn't really do it for me after 06. And I didn't really love or like 06. I just don't hate 06. I don't hate 06 as much as other people. It really just goes back to Tales of Zestiria. How I feel about that game. That's how I feel about Sonic 06. I don't think it's a great game or good game, but I also don't really like hate it as much as other people. That's the cannon, so I gotta push this one down. Oh, can I not use this cannon? Alright, this gimmick's a little annoying, I'll be the first to say. Ugh! Okay. Oh, Oak was getting low. Man, it's crazy how long I've been in these dungeons, and I've only gotten like a level or two. You don't level up fast enough in this game for how insane the level balancing is. I started today's stream at like 16, I think. Or 15. I've only gotten 3 level ups. With how high these enemies are, I'm not getting enough, I feel. This game is so annoying, and I'm actually enjoying talking about other games while playing it. Well, if I get to a boss and I feel like I want to die, I will probably just feel like it's over. That soundbite? It is. I should probably go back for these soundbites at some point and see what music they play. I don't really care for this game, but it's Grandia music. It might be Grandia music I like. So. Please. Ugh! Your hitbox was not touching me! Dude, I don't remember the last time. There are obviously games I like more than others. But I don't remember the last time I was streaming a game that was this insufferable.
No way!
Again, the final dungeon of Scarlet Nexus I didn't like, but the overall Scarlet Nexus playthrough was not negative. It's insane. I don't remember the last time I was like, again, I've enjoyed games more than others, obviously, but I don't remember the last time I was this, like, I just, like, am bored with this game. Was this bored, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Bye-bye!
Please leave me alone. My word, if only I can escape better in this game. Game sucks. Oh, I know what I have to do. I have to push this here so we can get the blue one. Yeah, that makes sense. They really want to do the grind for the most part? Yeah, it seems that way. I'm fine with them making a gameplay-focused game, but please, don't force people to grind. Can you at least balance it? My word. I don't mind. Like, again, people are going to think the worst part of this game is barely having a story. That's definitely something, but that's not even the worst thing about this game. It's just that the one thing they focused on, the gameplay, isn't even that fun. Again, the combat can be made an exception. You could say the combat's fun, but what's it matter when the rest of the game is just pretty terrible? When everything else is just poorly designed and doesn't work well together, what does it matter that the combat's fun? Honestly, the fact that everything else is poorly designed is making the combat boring a little bit. It's kind of making the combat pointless and not fun, to be honest. Okay, I got 2 of them here. Oh, do I gotta put this in the middle, maybe? I can't. Oh, you can only move this one here. Okay. Raptor, I want you to tell me the main length of this game. Just the length. How long do people say this game is? Like, that's not really spoiler enough, but how long? If I'm like 15 hours in, give me a rough estimate of how much I am through this game. I'm not saying I'm gonna quit, but I don't care if I know. I'm at that point. This game is so annoying. Not even close to halfway. Oh, this game. All I know is I would have put this on hold once I saw the stuff for the boost in the level curve. I went to the ruins and the bosses were level 24 and stun locked me with lightning. So I would have fought those land ruin bosses. I would have fought those land ruin bosses if they weren't so annoying and high level. At first I would believe you, yeah, but the bosses are level 24. So they clearly want me to grind somewhere and fight those bosses. This game is a mess. 42 hours, I want to die.
No way! They're so fast!
There's no way out! Training wasn't enough!
Oh, goodbye.
I'll take you on later.
42 hours? This is probably as long as Grandia 1, but Grandia 1 is such quality content. It's not just grinding and mindless dungeon crawling. Wow, they made a Grandia 1 worth length. They made a game basically as long as the original Grandia, but most of it is just used. I'm gonna go back to those bosses. Oh, wait. There's one problem, though. I can't go straight to the bosses without going through the land ruins. Dude, that's my biggest complaint with this game. I want to die. Because the Geogate should be a two-way. There's no reason it shouldn't be. If I want to go refight those bosses, I gotta go through the whole land ruins again, which is just, oh my word. Now I'm at the point, like, I'm not even halfway. Why am I playing this game? Like, why? I mean, I want to try it. It's a Grandia game, but I feel like I've tried it, and I'm not having a fun time anymore. I'm almost at the point where I don't want to play. I don't know. And the story, again, it could get better, but so far, the story and the characters seem so paper thin. And even if the story is pretty good, the characters are not going to lift the story. So, like, who cares? Honestly, I get the feeling probably about a third of that is expected for grinding. Yeah, I can see that. 42 hours, maybe a third of that for grinding. I can understand that. I skipped the general stuff for this game and story stuff. I don't see how it gets to 42 hours unless it's required for grinding. Requiring grinding. Ugh. Dude, if the game was well designed and I can go straight to... If the game would let me go straight to the boss, I would fight that boss again to try and beat it. But the game is dumb and it doesn't let me do that. And I don't want to spend another, like, what, 20 minutes going through the land ruins again? Dude, they're going to have you go through the dungeons again and again. Oh, it's going to be so annoying.
Okay.
See how the boss goes and decide from there? That's what I'm doing. I'm waiting for a boss to be super annoying and like, hey, you have to grind, then I can have an excuse to quit. I'm not gonna quit now, no. I'm gonna get my streams worked for today. I'm waiting till I get to a boss. Obviously, I'm not gonna quit here. I'm just saying this game is pretty bad. And on the one hand, I like to finish stuff. But on the other hand, if it's so insufferable and requiring me to grind, why am I gonna waste my 40 hours of this game? Like, why am I gonna waste like 40 hours of this playthrough, like, talking and saying how the game isn't that great? Again, the combat being the only thing that lifts it, but the combat doesn't really lift it if everything else around it isn't great. Getting to the combat part, like, it's not that, all that, but it definitely is, it was fun. But I'm kind of thinking it's not fun for how terrible all the GeoGate stuff is. Like, what would I do if I'm not on an emulator? If I wasn't on an emulator, I would have quit this game by now. Because there'd be no save states, I would have died to a boss and probably wanted to die. So, part of the saving grace is now I'm on an emulator, but that can only last so long when it comes to playing this game. All that does is make saving mid-dungeon easier, but, like, it doesn't change the boring. It's still gonna be a really boring game. I could suck it up, but, like, you know, there are so many other games I want to play, and I bet people will want to watch me play a game I might actually enjoy. So, you know, there's my rebuttal. But I am going to wait till a boss, and I'll decide from there. I'm not going to quit here, but I'm pretty close to doing it. Die. Oh, and sometimes I do 0 damage and stuff. It's just really annoying. I don't really understand. This game needs tutorials or better ways to explain your game mechanics, which we all knew, and I was willing to let that slide. It's a grinding common theme of dungeon crawler games. I guess I don't like dungeon crawlers then, because I don't like having to grind in games. No wonder I've never played any dungeon crawlers.
Drag, gun, ride, go! Your bad luck began with this battle.
This is the way I went, isn't it? It is, yeah. I would say that if you do decide to continue, this is a game where you grind a bunch off screen, stream the story stuff. 2 problems with that. First of all, I would love to. I mean, no, I shouldn't say that. I'm crazy busy. I can't afford to be like, oh, I gotta grind a ton, then stream the game. It's just not gonna work on my schedule. That's not really the game's fault. That's a me thing. That's the first problem with that. Second of all, the point I'm getting at is if I have to grind in a game to move on, if I have to grind to move on the game, why am I gonna continue? When I don't think the characters are very interesting so far, and I feel like the story is gonna kind of disappoint me because the characters aren't gonna be that interesting. So, as I said before, the game has to earn my attention when it comes to grinding in it. So that's not happening. I would rather just, like, not do the playthrough. I would rather cancel. Died. So that is not an option. I am either playing the game on playthrough or I'm just not playing it.
That was a I have to do this.
Surely there's a cannon that comes out. No, that's the door I have to go through. Oh wait, can I just wasn't there a cannon like right here or something? I don't remember. I don't even remember how I got here. Like, I don't know where the entrance is if I wanted to leave. It's fine though. I don't think I would leave if the game would just let me travel straight to the boss. There's nothing wrong with canceling? I appreciate that. I mean, I'm not gonna let my chat influence my decision. If I wanted to quit, I would still quit. But it's good to know that people wouldn't really mind. That's reassuring. I mean, like, put it like this. Like, it's just, I feel like from an audience perspective, people aren't gonna want to watch me play this game, pointing out all of its flaws, complaining about it constantly. It wouldn't be fun. People would just rather watch me play good stuff that I'm actually enjoying. Sure, not 100% enjoying, but at least have some good highlights.
Thunder! Fly away!
Ba 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 bum. I also want to point out that I'm not... Give me a second, I have to... I'm getting a text message. What is happening? Okay. Alright, it was all a mistake, so it's fine. I'm gonna make it very clear. People were like, oh, suddenly you have to grind, bad game. Grinding's annoying, and I do think I stand by my morals. You shouldn't have to grind in the game to move on with it. But that's not even the problem with this game. Grinding is not the issue. The other issues in the game are what make me not want to grind. This game has many other issues. Like not giving you enough geogates, specifically not giving you geogates when you most need them, which is fighting a boss. So the grinding isn't really a problem. That's not really an issue with the game. It's just so many of the other issues with the game make me not want to grind. Did I just use the pixie dew? I think I did. Whatever, though. But you know, grinding is not even the problem. The camera's whack. The 4-stall system is pretty terrible. Trying to think what else. There's a lot. Again, the geogate thing. I can't stress it enough. This game is very much like a post-game Star Ocean dungeon of like, hey, no save points? That's gonna make it difficult. And they don't let you go back to Loca right before a boss, which is lame. So if you're playing on actual hardware, you gotta basically do the whole dungeon again, or most of it, to get to that boss if you get the game over. Too bad. So. And the story is so bare bones, and the characters seem very, very bland. And I don't like Evan. Like, I mean... Evan was fine. I don't really, like, hate him, but I'm not really loving Evan. He's just kind of there. I find him annoying, but other than that, I don't really hate him. He's just a little annoying sometimes. So, I just pointed out a bunch of reasons of why would I continue with this game.
Okay, here it goes.
The only thing barely carrying me is the gameplay. The combat. Like, the combat... But even then, the combat's not like, oh, I want to keep playing. Like, the combat's kind of struggling to keep me. Because of everything else in the game outweighing the one good thing.